What is your name?
My name is Paul.
Paul, where do you come from?
Coming from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. How long have you been teaching English?
Teaching English for about 8.5 months now here in Busan, Korea.
So what do you think about it?
It's cool, it's a good experience. I've never taught anything really to children before, and it's been a cool learning experience, and just being able to travel, make money at the same time, and it's a pretty cool lifestyle.
Right. Have you had any challenges with your job?
First little while, they continued to load the work on us, but really improved over the next couple months.
Yeah.
They started to realize, this is a newer school, they started to realize what we wanted, and we started to realize what they expected from us. And I think that's, you have to meet each other's expectations.
Right. And how about your housing? Do you like your housing?
Actually, I think I'm pretty lucky for housing. I'm one of the nicer apartments.
Yeah.
It's a fair size, more than I need. It's just me in there. Fair size kitchen, living room. What else do I need?
Right. And let's see, do you have a favorite classroom tool, game, or other activity you'd like to share?
Kind of a good intro game, as Simon says. You just need something quick. You can do many things with it. Point to, like, these are kids with low level. It gets them up, moving around too, which is important with younger children because they get bored and they can lose their attention span.
Right.
That's my favorite.
Nice. What is your name?
Jessica.
Jessica. Where do you come from?
Ontario, Canada.
Ontario.
Oshawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been teaching?
7.5 months.
7.5 months. And how do you like it?
I love it. Best thing I've done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. What's been the biggest challenge you've had teaching abroad?
The food, I don't like the food at all. At all. So it gets kind of expensive because I buy food, American food.
Yeah. So do you feel like you can find everything you want from back home, or?
No. I find stuff to get me by. Chicken, vegetables, cereal. Good stuff from home obviously you won't find, but enough to keep me happy.
And do you have a favorite classroom tool you'd like to share? Activity or game?
I play the alphabet game. When you go to the store, what did you buy? I bought apples. The next person, I bought apples and bananas. So I say, when I went to the store, I bought apples.
Yeah.
And then the next kid would say, when I went to the store, I bought apples and broccoli. The next kid would say, I bought apples, broccoli, carrots. So you have to keep, so it practices their memory and they have to be listening. And it's pretty good. It takes a while, so it's a good intro to the course.
Right. Yeah. What is your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, where do you come from? Jenna? I'm sorry, Jenna.
Okay. I come from a little town north of Toronto in Canada.
Okay. How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 10.5 months.
10.5 months. And how do you like it?
I love teaching. It's tired. I get a little tired once in a while with all the speaking, but I love teaching. I love the kids.
And let's see, what's been your biggest challenge living abroad?
When I first got here, it was definitely the language and adjusting, but maybe my school, they've kind of been a little shady, but I love it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Shady how? Like what?
They loaded us up on extra work, and they took away some of our vacation days, which wasn't in the contract, and they made me move apartments, gave me 5 days notice, and they took a bonus away from us, gave the Korean teachers, not to us, the foreigners. Just, they don't really care about us at all.
Huh. You think there's anything you could have done to avoid that?
Well, I did talk to some of the workers through email, but maybe talking to all the workers would be better because I only spoke to one. But funny enough, she left 2 weeks before I got there and had a bad falling out with the school. So I don't know, I went through a recruiter and I don't really feel like she knew much about the school. They just kind of placed you somewhere. So I would just say talking to all the foreigner teachers there and really looking up on the school, researching it.
Yeah, great. Have you taken a TESL or TEFL course before?
Yeah, I took TEFL with Oxford Seminars.
Okay, what did you think about it?
I met some cool people, but I didn't really learn anything. It was a waste of money for me. It was a lot of money and I didn't get anything out of it. I haven't used any of it here. I haven't had to look at my books or anything.
What advice would you give to someone who's never taught before and is thinking about coming abroad?
Do research before you come on where you'll be living and your school. Come with an open mind, because living abroad is very different from home, and know that it will be different from living home, and we'll go through some hard times, but there's many, many good times.
What is your name?
Lisa.
Lisa. Where do you come from?
A city called London. It's in Canada.
How long have you been teaching English?
Around 10 months now.
10 months.
Yeah.
Okay. What's been the biggest challenge you've had teaching abroad?
Patience. Patience for the kids, patience for the culture, patience for the people. Yeah, it's a lot to deal with sometimes, and my patience coming over here was quite thin, so it's grown a lot since I've been here.
Do you have a favorite classroom activity, game, other tool you'd like to share?
I think probably the best thing you can do with the kids is spend about 10 minutes every class at the beginning, maybe 5 minutes at the end, just shooting the shit with them, just talking about anything, day-to-day life. I really open up to the kids. I tell them about my personal life, and I think that's really important for them to look at you not only as a teacher but as a human being, someone who they can look up to.
Yeah.
Talk about your home life as well, and kind of open the door to them of different things that they can experience around the world.
Right. Great. And what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about teaching English abroad?
Ooh. Definitely research. The city you live in will make or break your time here. Specifically in Korea, certainly I chose Busan because of the beaches.
Yeah.
But talking to people who have been here is definitely probably the best tool you have.
Yeah.
They're going to be your best resource, and talking about their experiences and sharing them with you.
Right. How do you like Busan?
Love it, absolutely. I would not. I don't think I'd have as good of an experience in another city in Korea. This place has been fantastic.
What is your name?
My name is Christy.
Christy, where do you come from?
America and Canada.
America and Canada?
I was born in Canada, moved to the U.S.
What advice would you give to someone who's thinking about coming abroad to teach?
I think the biggest thing would be to, if you're going to figure out if you want to do public school or have one, and to make sure you talk to the boss and people that work at the school. Probably the most helpful.
Right. Do you have a favorite game, activity, or other classroom tool you'd like to share?
Probably my favorite game would be maybe telling them a word, and they sit in a chair, and one student is facing their back against the board, and you write the word on the board, and then students have to act it out or say synonyms for the word, and kids really love it, and sometimes the things